Hello, I'm Lucy, Paper Glitter Glue, and I'm going to show you how to make the little Advent houses, the little Christmas paper village houses that are actually a box that you can keep little treats in. But really, here's the bonus. You can fold them up, so if you want to store them for another year, they're really easy to just unfold and fold back when you want to use them. So anyway, this is the first house in the pattern, even though it has 20 on it. I numbered it for the Advent Village, so you can make like 24, 25 houses and just put numbers on them and put a treat for each day before Christmas, for the 24 days before Christmas. So I'm going to show you how to make it. This pattern I've cut from foil cardstock with my Cricut, and you know, the SVG pattern is in my blog as well. So I'm going to show you how to construct it. The first thing you need to do is fold along all the score lines, and while the machine, let me see if you could see there, you see the score lines. While the machine makes the score lines, you want to make sure they fold straight. So I usually use a ruler or a straight edge, something with really nice flat edge, and I fold along those edges, so along all the score lines. It's easiest if you fold towards yourself at first, and when we're done, we'll fold them backwards. Okay, so I've got those. Let's see, we can do these. These pieces make the roof, and this is the bottom of the box. This is the flap that holds the bottom. Okay, now let's do the angle. These are always the harder ones to do. So line up your ruler, whatever straight edge you're using, and fold along that line. Do it on both sides of the front of the house. Let's do this one as well. Okay, now we have these. This is the glue tab. This is the tab that holds the whole house together. Fold along the score lines that make up the sides. There. Now let's fold them backwards. I forgot that one, but this one folds easily. Fold these flaps back. Okay, so the next thing I like to do is, because I want the house to be able to hold treats or candy or some, you know, whatever you want to put in, or whatever little gift you want to put in your Christmas paper house, I back the windows with a light colored cardstock. I use a yellow cardstock, and let's flip it over. And I'm going to add just a little bit of a kind of light glue. Let me move my pen out of the way. Kind of a light glue. This is art glitter glue, but really all you need is just a fine tip, and you don't need much. I usually smear it a little bit so it adhere better, and just kind of center it over the windows. And what you see is that there's room, because this cutout is smaller than the face of the house, so that gives me room. It makes it easy to fold the house up. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the back. If you want a light to shine through your house, if you want to put a little LED tea light inside, then I would use just a cream colored paper, just a regular copy paper. This is 65-pound cardstock. The foil, the red foil paper I made the house of, is also 65-pound cardstock. And I just bought a packet of it, so I had enough to make my little houses. So next, let's add the snowy trim on the front. Again, you don't need much glue because paper sticks to paper really well. Try to match up the tip. There. And we can do it on the back as well. The snowy trim on the back side of the house. And if you get a little glue on the foil, it actually wipes up pretty easy. You can just kind of lightly dampen a paper towel, and that will, a lightly dampened paper towel will wipe off the glue before it dries. Okay, this is the door. Windows, there are 2 different window sizes in the pattern. This is the larger window. I tried to make them all have different facades so they look different. So there are actually 14 different house patterns, and 1 tree pattern. One more window on the back, and then we'll do the glitter paper trim on the side. And this is Martin, the nosy cat. Yeah, Martin. Okay, now this is the snowy trim on the roof. Martin got a hair. You want the snowy trim to be adhered just below the score line. Just kind of match it up with the cut and then just press it down. Some of the trim I made so that it extends over the edge of the roof, some I did not. So again, just trying to have some variation in the houses. And in this one, it's really important not to glue this little slot that the tab fits into. I'm going to kind of slide it up to that area, line up the sides, and then just make sure, I hope you can see that it still opens up. And really, that's how you make it, except for gluing it together. So I'm going to add a little glue here, the glue tab on the side, smear it just to make it smooth. And then I usually just fold it down, line up the edges, and press. Let that dry for just a second. Okay, now we can put our little house together. I usually do the bottom flap first. Just insert the tab into this little slot, fold the little roof flaps together. They support the roof, and then just slide this tab into the slot, and there you've made it. And you can use any kind of numbers you want. I included numbers in the file, and you can do them as I did, just use a contrasting color on the front of the house, or you can use them with circles to adhere to the, you know, like the roof. I think that'd be best. You know, there are all sorts of ways you can do it. So you just choose. But anyway, that's how you make your little Christmas paper village and Advent house. So you can, do it as a countdown or simply use it as a village because it's just really easy and cute. And I think you'll have a lot of fun making it. Okay, again, I'm Lucy, paperglitterglue.com, and I've got lots of crafts on my blog. So if you want to learn about making more paper crafts, you can go to paperglitterglue.com. Okay, y'all have a good day. Alrighty, bye.